Boys and girls, we're going to continue our day with doing our writing lesson for this week. This is going to be our last writing lesson for this week. And we're pretty much going to be doing the same thing for writing this week. We're going to reflect on all that awesome writing that we did all year long and that some of you already have at home. So in your writing portfolio, you have all of the writing pieces that you did this year with me. And I want you to think about all of that writing, all of that good writing that you guys did this year. So when we reflect, we think back about all the good things, right? We're going to think about all the good things, maybe some of the harder things this year we had this year with writing. So that's what reflecting means. Thinking about the good things and thinking about the not so good things, maybe some things that were hard for you, and that's okay because we're all learning. So let's go ahead and look at our PowerPoint for writing. So as writers, when an author decides to write, they ask themselves different questions, okay? And we pretty much went through these questions every time we started a new writing piece this year, right? We talked about what's the purpose? What is the purpose? Why do I want to write this piece, right? And so then we had to think about, and this one usually I gave you, right? You didn't have to come up with the purpose, the genre. Usually I said, boys and girls, today we're going to write a how-to. Or boys and girls, today you're going to write a personal narrative. Or boys and girls, today you're going to write a fiction story. Or boys and girls, today you're going to write an informational book, right? So every time, pretty much, we moved on from one writing piece to another writing piece to different types of genre that we wrote this year, okay? So usually the purpose, why I wanted to write this piece, right? We thought about it before we started writing the piece. I gave you the genre, what are we gonna be creating? And then you guys brainstorm. You brainstorm your topics, right? What do I wanna write about? And a lot of times we made lists to brainstorm those topics and we picked one. And then we thought about, who is this writing piece going to be for? The audience, right? Who do I want to write this piece for? And so that was another important piece when we were thinking about writing before we started writing. These steps we followed every time we started a new genre writing, okay? So here we have a piece. We're going to go ahead and review you know, the purpose, the genre, the topic, and the audience, right, of why writers write. So here we have inside, outside, what should I do? Inside, outside, what should I do? At this point, I don't have a clue. I played a few games, but now it's gone lame. Inside, outside, what should I do? I read a book, I watched TV, I just really want to break free. School is the place I miss most of all. I want to see my friends and play basketball. Inside, outside, what should I do? So when reading this, the purpose, think about what the purpose of this piece was. What do you think the author wrote this piece? Okay, so the author wanted to share his opinion about staying at home and the things that he should do during his free time. I think this is an author that was kind of did this, did that, got bored. Let me write about all these things that I tried, right? What kind of genre is this? Well, some people would say it's a poem. And we know that many poems turn into songs, but honestly, the author of this poem turned it into a rap. So the genre is actually a rap, okay? Now, the topic, what is this about? The author wrote this piece because about spending time at home and not knowing what he wants to do, right? That was the topic, staying home and not knowing what to do. Now, who do you think the author wrote this for? It could have been for his family. It could have been for his friends, right? It could have been for anybody who also needs to know what to do inside or outside. That was the audience, okay? So remember, as authors, we always have to think about who are we writing this piece for. So here we have another piece, and it kind of looks like one of the writing pieces that we did, but we added a few more things. This is called How to Make a TikTok. That's right. Many of you are already making TikToks at home, right? And so the purpose of this piece was the author who did this piece or wrote this piece wanted to teach his mom about using a cell phone app. And the cell phone app that in this case is TikTok, which many of you know about already. So he wanted to teach his mom how to use TikTok. That was the purpose of writing this piece. The genre is a how-to paper. This is something we did at school too. We wrote our own how-to paper. I remember some of the writing pieces that you guys did, how to ride a motorcycle, how to ride a skateboard, how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, how to, what were some of the other ones? Take a look here. You guys wrote about, here we go. Oh, let's see. You wrote about how to brush your teeth, how to make a quesadilla. Go back and check out your how-to whenever you get a chance. You guys did awesome on those as well, okay? Now, so the topic was for the how-to is writing about something that you want to teach someone about, right? So that was the purpose, the topic and part of the purpose of it. Now the audience, who did he write this to? His mom. He could actually have other people as audience. He could have a brother, sister. He can make a video about how to make a TikTok on YouTube with your parent permission, right? You know that your audience is going to be more people, not just your mom. So lots of great writing this year. We wrote how-tos, we wrote informational books. Some of my favorites were the informational book about the Bible, the informational book about camping, the informational book about eagles, the informational book about pandas. Lots of awesome informational books that I really enjoyed reading, especially the first one that we did. That was such a great project that you guys did, writing your first informational books. Those were really, really cool. I really enjoyed reading those. So as we end the year, I want you to really think about what was your favorite writing piece and why? Why was that your favorite writing piece? Many of you also wrote great stories about yourself, right? That could have been it, right? So what we're gonna do, oh, and other things that we did the comic strip during this learning at home learning. We wrote letters, we wrote how-tos, we wrote personal narratives, we wrote lots and lots of personal narratives. So think about what was your most favorite piece of writing that you created this year? And why was that one your favorite? Okay, so now let me show you how you're gonna do that. So do you guys remember? Uh-oh. Let me share that with you. Okay, hold on. Come on. Okay. Hold on just a second, guys. I'm having some technical difficulties here. Okay. So, remember the same piece that we were working on, right? So we already did our reading. Now we're on our writing, okay? So you're gonna put writing and you're gonna put, the question is going to be, what is your favorite piece of writing that you created this year and why? Why did you like it or why was that your favorite? So in your paper, you're gonna put, my favorite piece of writing I created this year is blah, 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 because blah, 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 period. This is a sentence that you are going to be doing for your writing this week. Just one sentence, boys and girls, telling me about your favorite piece of writing for the year, okay? But I don't want writing to end right there. Now, if you need more time, remember, pause the video right here and go ahead and write your sentence. Remember, this sentence is also, the sentence stem is also going to be found in Google Classroom so that you can access it from there, okay? Okay, guys, so happy writing, and I cannot wait to see what you create at home. Okay, so remember, oh, sorry, shared the wrong thing. Remember, boys and girls, keep writing. This summer, you guys have your writing notebook at home. You have lots of pages in your writing notebook. Make sure you keep a journal. Write stories that you think about this summer. These stories could, or these ideas, you can even write ideas, or you can write stories in there. These ideas you can also use for third grade next year. So if you come up with great ideas this summer, make sure you write them down in your notebook. And that way you have a notebook with writing ideas ready to go for third grade. All righty, guys, happy writing. Bye.